Hello, friends, and welcome to Jordan-Hare Stadium for tonight's large fraternity championship matchup between the 4-seed Phi Gamma Delta and the 6-seeded Pi Kappa Phi. All roads lead to Jordan-Hare tonight for the coveted Navy t-shirt. I'm Trey Atkins here, joined alongside Riley Kelton. Riley, we got a doozy ahead of us.
It's going to be a fun one, and no better place to do it than the magic that Jordan-Hare brings on this cold, chilly, windy Monday night as my papers go flying away.
Wind going from left to right, and it appears that Phi Kappa Phi will start with the ball with Fiji on defense. A relatively good crowd here for championship night. Usually with the large fraternities bringing the largest crowd. And we are underway as Jacob Gill goes in motion, and the first pass is complete for Pi Kappa Phi as they get past the first down marker all the way around the 25-yard line. Good start for Pi Kappa Phi.
And Taylor Halpieren making a nice little grab there to start him off early. It's a wonderful start to a night in Jordan-Hare.
A little slower pace to start off. Usually you see a lot of no huddle here in these flag football games.
Yeah, you definitely do. You see a lot of no huddle because that clock is always running, so every second counts. You want to keep on going because that clock, it's not going to stop until we get to under 2 minutes.
Keep an eye out for the ferocious Fiji front line, who's been accumulating a bunch of sacks so far this season, as the pass is complete to Gill once again as Pi Kappa Phi gets to around the 38-yard line.
And just a great pass, and it's going to set him up with a second and short.
That was Jake Huffman on the tackle for Fiji. The road to get to Jordan-Hare Stadium for Fiji included a win over Pike and an upset over the number 1 seed Farmhouse on the other side for Pi Kappa Phi. A win over ATO and Lambda, who defeated this Fiji bunch quite handily in the first game of the season.
Well, you know, you always look for those common opponents, and it's been a tough road. You mean the 4-seed and 6-seed, it's not what you probably expected coming into this large fraternity championship, but here we are under the lights.
Second down for Pi Kappa Phi. As Gill drops back the pass, finds his running back over, and just a little short of the first down. What a tackle by Cade Reynolds. And that will make it third down at the 39-yard line with 18:23 left to go.
Yeah, Jake Kramer on that catch. And a little fun fact about Jake Kramer, he ate a 14-inch pizza from Little Italy in 4 minutes. I mean, that's impressive right there.
That is quite the accomplishment.
Next time we'll have to bring him if they win a Little Italy's pizza and see if he can do it in the time.
Someone to keep an eye out for Pi Kappa Phi's Hunter Williams, a 6'5" receiver who drinks a whole pack of Dr. Pepper before every game.
Well, I'll tell you what, Hunter Phillips, the most decorated player on the field by far. I think my favorite stat, he beat in basketball T. Higgins. He beat him in high school basketball, but according to him, he rode the pine as that pass is going to be incomplete.
What a play there by Luke Wheatley to break up the pass. Quarterback for Pi Kappa Phi is Jake Kramer, the lefty, rolling to his right. Nothing there as we got a 4th and 1. Usually most teams like to go for it here in flag football. I believe a punt is just a simulation where the ball goes to the other 20-yard line.
Yeah, they could punt it, but there's no point. I mean, you're at midfield right now. It's flag football. You're in Jordan-Hare. You want to make those big moments, those big shining moments that happen in Jordan-Hare, and as you can see, they're going to go for it. It's 4th and short. Get a scramble, run it up the gut, short passes, look for it.
As the lefty drops back to throw, nothing there. We'll utilize his legs and get past that first down marker for about a 2-yard gain, but more importantly, the chains are moving for Pi Kappa Phi.
I mean, is that Miller Cano out there, or is that Tua Tagovailoa? I don't know how to say his last name, but
quite the
it looked just
twister.
like him. Yeah, Tua Tagovailoa. There we go. Something like that. He went to Bama. We don't care for him that much. But
well, for Pi Kappa Phi, I'm sure they would hope he doesn't play like Tua does in Jordan-Hare Stadium because Bama never won while he was here.
Absolutely. You're looking to be better than Tua tonight, but we got a little lefty magic going, and you got to love to see it. It's not something you see quite often. It's probably throwing this Fiji squad off a little bit.
And correction, that is Miller Connell back at quarterback as the lefty looks to go again. And here comes that Fiji pressure. So he rolls to his left, finds his man across the middle, right to the logo laterals. And tackle made by Wheatley at the 44-yard line of Fiji. What a unique play right there.
Yeah, Jake Kramer catching that ball, going for the little bit of a lateral to Bennett Blankenship, but he thought he was being a little smart, but he actually lost a little bit of yardage on it. But nonetheless, you know it's in their chicken bags. They probably worked on it. You got to have some chemistry to be doing that out here. and we'll see how it plays on later if it comes back into the bag of tricks.
15:50 left to go here in the first half as Connell and company are on a drive. Second down. Connell drops back to pass. Takes a deep shot, and nothing there as his intended receiver, Gill, was nowhere to be found. Great coverage right there by Wheatley to break up the play.
Yeah, and this Pi Kappa squad, they're a fan base out here booing, looking for the flag, but they don't get it. And now it's going to be third down.
A crucial third down here on this opening drive. Not as daunting in flag football being around the 40-yard line, considering it's only an 80-yard field.
Absolutely. You were looking at it and we're like, okay, they're at midfield, it's third down, but it's really, you're not really at the 40. You're not at midfield. You're a little past it. And so you got everything so open. You're not going to be punting, so you can just take a little chunk play right here and look for it.
And here comes Connell rolling to his left, finds his running mate, gets 2 feet in bounds. And the chains are moving once again for Pi Kappa Phi at the 14:40 mark here in the first half.
Well, you see they're eating a lot of clock too. They're eating, it's about been 5.5 minutes into the game, and they have no more first downs to go. So now it's goal to go, even though they're from the 15, because it's not 10-yard first downs. It's 20-yard first downs in flag football. So they're gonna have to make it go quick here.
As a former kicker, I was a little sad to hear that kickers are not a part of flag football. Look at those beautiful goalposts.
Yeah, you would be pretty irrelevant out here on the field if you were a kicker. You're gonna be standing on the sideline, keeping the sidelines warm on this chilly little night.
As Connell drops back to pass, and we have a flag on the play. False start on Pi Kappa Phi. Let's take a quick moment to acknowledge the officials, also Auburn students on the big stage tonight, so props to them.
Absolutely. I mean, they're out here. Look at the call. It's a great call. It's a correct call. And that's why someday these guys are going to end up in the NFL, because that's what happens when you try to strengthen your craft out here in Jordan-Hare. I mean, there's been so many people that referee this game of football and don't ever make it to Jordan-Hare, but look at them. They're college students out here reffing a game in one of the best college stadiums in college.
Quite the resume booster for these officials as Connell looks to make an audible here. Still first down, but back at the 40-yard line. Connell drops back to pass, looking towards the end zone again. Takes a deep shot around the far pylon. Nothing there as a swarm of Fiji defenders were there to break it up. Second down.
Yeah, and if you looked on the other side, he had Taylor Halpian over here. He did a little sit-down route, and the corner bit on it, and he had him beat deep. He should have went to the right side for the deep ball. Instead, he threw it into triple coverage, hoping that one of his two guys would come out down to it. If I was him, I would have went to the right side looking for the ISO, the island, and test your guy.
Quite the long drive here as 8 minutes have gone off, or excuse me, about 7 and 20 have come off the clock here at the 12:40 mark. The Fiji front line, including former high school standout Andrew Buser, looks a little tired there.
Yeah, a little gas. We'll see what they got. They got to bring the pressure. They got 20 yards to go, and it's goal to go. No more first downs. And
His pass is deflected up and intercepted by Wheatley off the deflection. What a play for Fiji and company. First down, Phi Gamma Delta at the 12:20 mark here in the first half.
Yeah, and what a big play for Fiji. You got first downs. The chains have been moving on you. You make the stop when you get into the red zone. You pull a stop out, and what a pass. I don't really know what he was thinking. Well, I don't know what Connell was thinking. It was no one was there. He threw it straight to 2 Fijis, and it bobbles up. You know, that's why they're on defense. You're not known for your hands when you're on the other side of the ball, but they play the tip drill correct, and Fiji ball going the other way.
Coming in at quarterback for Fiji is Pate Owen, who is a 2-sport athlete, has won 2 Intermural Championships in basketball. As he drops back to pass. Finds Wheatley as Wheatley makes his way up towards the 45. Tackle there on the far side as Fiji's looking to make a drive of their own, and the chains are moving.
And what a great tackle right there. A little dive. It is a chain mover, but the nice little tackle, something to build on. It's only been one play on defense. Start getting hot. Start getting the wheels rolling.
As the Pi Kappa Phi crowd is making their presence felt. No huddle for this Fiji squad. As Owen drops back to pass, quickly gets the ball out of his hands, finds Goupay on the reception right around the Auburn logo at the 50-yard line. Second down.
And Jake Gill with a nice little tackle right there. As soon as it's caught, flag's pulled. It's a great way to stop it.
Owen, to continue the topic, has won 2 intramural basketball championships, has been on this Fiji team, and they've lost the past 2 years. So hopefully for him and this Fiji crowd, the 3rd time's the charm.
Yeah, he's trying to get it back. He's got some experience. He's looking for it. And let's see if he can do it here tonight.
As Owen is pressured, dropping way back, throws off his back foot, looking for Huffman, and the ball's intercepted off the back foot. As number 13 on the interception, Joshua Gill, the captain for this Pi Kappa Phi crew, goes out of bounds around the 40-yard line. Back-to-back turnovers. But there was a flag on the play. Correction, as we'll get a call from the officials here. Might have been pass interference, but anyways, it will remain Fiji ball.
Yeah, and I think it might have been a little bit of contact on the line. The flag came out before the ball was thrown. I think maybe a little bit of illegal contact. But it was a good interception. It would have been a good one for Jake Gill. And as we were speaking of revenge games, Jake Gill lost in the semifinals last year. And what better time for him to get a pick? He thought he made a good one for his team, but it's going to be called back. You can't do that.
And we have just reached the halfway point here in the first half. Fiji moving the chains after that penalty. First down at the 40-yard line for Owen and company.
And Dylan Cardwell making his appearance.
As Owen drops back to pass, finds Wheatley across the middle, slips up around the 36-yard line as it is second down.
And he tried to hit that spin move. Fell a little bit to the ground, but nonetheless, it's a good gain for Fiji.
Starting at center today for this Fiji bunch is Graham Copeland, a converted high school quarterback to center, which is something you really don't see often.
No, you're seeing the versatility of this Fiji squad. They got athletes everywhere. The center position, an old quarterback. He knows what the quarterback's looking for. As you see, he's dropping back for the pass. He was open there. He's still open.
Owen takes a shot looking for Goupay. Goupay off the back shoulder. Peyton Owen with an absolute dart to find Matthew Goupay right at the goal line, and it is a touchdown for Phi Gamma Delta. 6-0 at the 8:56 mark here in the first half.
Well, Goupay getting right behind Gill, and his quarterback leading him. A beautiful ball. You couldn't have put it anywhere better. And it's Fiji, the whole crowd head topping them. What a great play for Fiji.
As the Fiji crowd enjoyed that one. There's been a lot of talk about quarterback play here at Jordan-Hare Stadium, but there's no complaints about that ball.
Absolutely. That's one of the beautiful ones we've seen all night. It was a great ball. That's going to be a hard one to beat, especially when it's for a touchdown. That's a good ball in general, no matter where it's at on the field, but that one being for a touchdown, the first score of the game, you got the turnover, you made them regret it by getting points on the board. That's a beautiful start for Fiji.
As Owen drops back to pass, nothing there, pumps, looking for the end zone, and deflected away by Gill. So it'll be 6-0 right around the 8-minute mark here in the first half as Fiji takes the lead.
Yeah, and that's what you needed right there. You needed to stop on the little 2-point conversion or 1-point conversion. I didn't see where the yardage was, but I want to say it was for 2. Because in flag football, you go for 1, 2, or 3 depending on the yardage. There's no kicking like you said, so that was a good stop right there. You keep it at 6, so all you have to do is get a touchdown. You don't have to make the 1 or 2 or 3, whatever you decide to go for. All you need is get in the end zone and notch this game back up, and then you can maybe take the lead with just a 1-point conversion.
Some food for thought for both sides. The clock continues to move despite the stoppage of play. So these games go pretty fast.
Yeah, absolutely. It's Alabama high school rules, so you're going to see that clock continue to move until we get, I believe, around the 2-minute mark, or maybe it is 1 minute. Not too positive, but we'll just have to see to find out.
As Connell finds Gill, the Pi Kappa Phi section appears to not be amused by a no call, but nonetheless, the chains are moving for this Pi Kappa Phi squad.
Taylor Halpian right there. He's been targeted a couple times. I think he's going to be the favorite here, the favorite receiver for this Pi Cap squad. We're going to have to keep looking out for him. If there's a deep ball that needs to happen, my bet is going to be the ball's going to him.
First down, 6:40 left to go here in the first half for Connell and company. As Connell drops back to pass, looking long, has nothing there, lots of time. Finds the slip and hits his halfback, Jake Kramer, on the reception. About a 7-yard gain, tackled by number 20, Andrew Buser. Second down.
Yeah, Jake Kramer right there with some patience, staying in the backfield, being an outlet for his quarterback, and it gets him some good yards.
I don't think we've seen one running play this entire game.
We have not, and quarterbacks can scramble, and they can hand off. So we'll have to see maybe when it gets later on in the game and you have a lead, you're trying to milk the clock out. But right now, you got to push the envelope. You got to try to get down the field because once again, that clock's moving. So every minute matters. You can't waste any second because, yeah, there's 5 minutes left, but that clock doesn't stop no matter if it's an incompletion or not.
And a whistle here before the play. Flag. False start once again. And expect to see on this Fiji side some movement from the quarterback as Pate Owen refers to himself as White Lightning. You would think that would accumulate some runs, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. You would think you would see him take off and get some yardage back. So maybe on this play, maybe we'll throw it out there. Maybe he'll QB run this one, get some yardage back, and make it 3rd and manageable. And with it being at midfield, they'll probably go for it again and maybe 4th and manageable because you can even run it on 2nd and 3rd down and still go for it on 4th and not really hurt yourself.
2nd and long now here for this Pi Kappa Phi squad as we approach the 5-minute mark in the first half. Still 6-0 Fiji.
So you see there's been no play ran since we last talked about it, and a minute has gone off the clock. So like we were saying, every minute matters.
As Connell rolls to his left. Great coverage there by Fiji. And that was Gill on the reception, tackled by 2-time Mr. Hustle Award winner from McGill-Tulane, Jack Vesey, in a crucial 3rd down here in the first half.
Yeah, and I think Pi Cap needs to get our boy in the game. Hunter Phillips, he's got to get in. He hasn't seen any playing time yet, but he's got the greatest stats. Nobody more decorated. He took 6th grade twice. He's wearing his lucky arm sleeve tonight that he hasn't washed since 2015. I mean, that's just phenomenal. You got to have the superstitions out here. We need to see our boy get in the game, get some minutes.
6'5" and highly caffeinated if he drank his Dr. Peppers.
Yeah, and according to himself, he calls himself unproportionate. 75% legs, 25% torso.
As Connell drops back to pass, scrambles, gets up in the pocket. Nothing there as he looks to flip Patrick Mahomes-esque, and it was deflected down by Cade Reynolds. Now 4th down as we approach the 4-minute mark.
Yeah, and if I was Connell right there, I would have done the fake flip. You would have got the defender jumping because he has to pick at that point if he wants to go for the receiver or for the quarterback. And he kind of laid in the middle, laid back, jumped up, swatted. So if you hit him with that little fake pitch, you're running easily, and it's a 1st down because it was 3rd and short.
Looked like Connell was flirting with the line of scrimmage as well. But anyways, a very crucial 4th down here because if they don't get this, Fiji has a chance to make it a 2-possession game at Pi Kappa Phi's 40. Excuse me.
It is the 40-yard line.
Yeah, around the 40-yard line.
This side on the field, we got the correct numbers with the hash marks, but on the other side, we do not.
Connell finds Gill, and Pi Kappa Phi will move the change. A much-needed 1st down for this ball club.
Absolutely. That's crucial right there. 3 minutes left. You would have left Fiji a lot of time to milk the clock, but still be in range to score going into halftime. And then with Fiji not getting the ball first, they would have been able to get the ball back at half if they stopped that one, got the ball back, scored. They would have got the ball back again, been able to milk the clock, and even gone up 3 possessions.
As the wind is picked up here later in the night, I don't know how it is on the field, but it's relatively cold up here around the end of the student section. As Connell fakes the flip, will go to his right. Tackled by Buser at the 49-yard line.
And that's a great play right there. They had 2 defenders. No matter which way he cut, he was going to get tackled. But the big thing for them is they kept the clock going. If you're Pi Cap, you're struggling to get a little bit of offense going down the field. You're taking all these short gains. At least you're milking a little bit of clock in case if you don't get it, it's hard for Fiji to come back and get the ball and score.
2nd down with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to go here in the first half. If you're just tuning in, Fiji is up 6-0. A absolutely beautiful pass from Pate Owen to find Matthew Goupay in the back of the end zone. The point after try was no good.
But that was a beautiful ball to Goupay. Back corner of the end zone. Might as well put him on the team.
Connell drops back to pass. Looking far shoulder, little bit outside there for number 13, Joshua Gill. And once again, another crucial 3rd down.
Yeah, Josh Gill, like we mentioned, in his revenge game, they lost to Fiji. He lost to Fiji in the semis last year, but he's also been a champion in the kickball intramural league. But they try to go for some timing right there, get the team chemistry going, the brotherhood, if you might as well say. But they don't link up on that one. It is 3rd down.
Three to the left here for Pi Kappa Phi. Connell rolls to his left. Can't find anything. Looks back, pumps, throws it up in the air, and deflected down by Huffam. And it will be now 4th down as Fiji calls a timeout. with 1:06 left to go in the first half.
Yeah, so the clock is not going to stop until it's under 1 minute in these flag football games. So not 2, it's going to be under 1 minute. So Fiji using their timeout because it's 4th and 10 right now, 4th and 11, excuse me. So if they do stop them, you get the ball right around midfield, a little less, probably about 3/4 of the field to go. But you got a minute to do it, and we saw a deep ball connection already, so you give yourself an opportunity to score if you get this stop here. So it's a great use of the timeout, the one of the 2 they get.
Fourth down at about 10 to go here for Pi Kappa Phi.
Yeah, and something to note for Pi Cap, the wind's blowing back at them, so it's gonna affect the ball going over 10 yards, which is what they need to get right here.
As Gill goes in motion, Connell drops back to pass, finds his man, and it's going to be a crucial call here by the official and a turnover on downs. Fiji will get the ball back with a minute right on the dot here in the first half with an opportunity to make this a 2-possession lead and get the ball back to start the second half.
Yeah, and a great call by the ref. Definitely was a yard short. And speaking of those refs, we want to personally thank them for being out here in Jordan-Hare. What an accomplishment for them. Being college students, reffing a game in Jordan-Hare. If you want to do this yourself, reach out to the rec personally. This could be you on Jordan-Hare right now.
As Owen will get the ball at his own 40, drops back to pass. Looking over for Beams. Beams with a great reception, looks to juke his opponent, the free safety there for Pi Kappa Phi, and he gets tackled around the 40-yard line with the clock still ticking right at the 50-second mark.
Yeah, and he didn't get out of bounds. He tried to get him a little cut, get a couple extra yardage, but he should have tried to get out of bounds. The clock stopping, however, for the first down as they got to move the chains.
And Fiji gets back to the line of scrimmage quickly. Owen drops back to pass, pressured quickly, rolls to his right, and what a play to sack Owen right at the 50-yard line at that Auburn logo by Gill. As the clock continues to run, and Fiji will use their second and final timeout of the half right at the 40-second mark.
Yeah, Weston Hall in his 4th year of flag football, definitely a vet to the game out of Nashville, Tennessee. And he's also had that captain role, and we see why he's making big plays. Captain of the Intermural softball team. What a play by Hall.
During this timeout, I feel like it'd be a good time to mention some more stats of America's favorite flag football player, Hunter Phillips.
Absolutely. Well, according to Hunter Phillips, he knows the move that can make LeBron cry, and he can and at the same time cannot touch his toes. In the summer, he's a blue-collar man, but during the school year, an academic weapon. He lives by one motto: there's no time to sleep. You can sleep when you're dead, and he's going to live by that.
Second it and an eternity here for this Fiji squad as Beams goes in motion. Watch out for a trick play as Beams looks to get past his defender, throws off his back foot, ball's tipped up in the air. And despite multiple Fiji receivers being around the rock, nothing there, ball goes down. Now it's 3rd and long with 33 seconds left to go.
Yeah, well, the thing is with 3rd and long, it doesn't matter. There's not a lot of time left, and we've seen Pi Cap struggle to get the ball down the field. Maybe it's because of the wind. Maybe it's because of the good defense Fiji's playing. So you're not really stressing if you don't pick this up. You make them use their timeout if you keep it in bounds, if you complete it, but you got to look deep here because you do get ball at half. So that's a big, crucial part of this as well.
Owen drops back to pass, quickly gets the ball out of his hands, and the ball's deflected up in the air, intercepted by Pi Cap as they get it down to the 42-yard line. Quite the change of events there and a missed opportunity for Fiji.
Well, Fiji right there hitting the hook and ladder, but a little miscommunication. They try to pitch it back. It goes off the hands, and what a play by, I believe that was Josh Gill out of Alpharetta, Georgia. G13 on Instagram.
Maybe a little too cute there on the last 2 plays for Fiji. Great time to whip out the playbook, but when you have the ball with the clock ticking down in the first half, you're just trying to play it safe and get out of here without any momentum going to the other side.
Absolutely. I think if anything there, with it being 30 seconds left, you're at midfield, and it's 3rd and long, you might as well take a deep shot, see what you got, because the next one you could punt it, go back to the locker room. If it's picked off down at the end of the end zone, well, they're at the other side of the end zone, but you try to do a hook and ladder, and they recover the ball, and now they're over midfield.
As Connell drops back to pass, pressured by Cushman. Rolls to his right, throws a deep ball up in the air into double coverage. Nothing there. Great coverage by Wheatley. And I believe that was Watley there hovering towards the back line. 2nd down.
Yeah, and he's looking for Halperian again. I told you he's going to be on that island over there, and he's going to try to make the corner beat him over top. That ball too far out of the end zone, but you just got a free possession. You just got gifted. If you're Pi Cap, you got gifted by Fiji. You don't get the ball back at half. You got to try to go for the end zone. You got to get some points on the board. And if you do get points, hey, good for you. You didn't expect to have the ball in this scenario. So you got to try to push it.
Second down for Pi Cap at the Fiji 44. Roughly about 35 yards to go to the shortened end zone for Connell and crew. As he drops back to pass, Cushman bulldozes his defender. Will get penalized. The ball's up in there, intercepted by Watley. Watley jukes his defender. Goes to the right and tackled around the 5-yard line, but I don't know if you saw that. Jack Cushman lowered the shoulder.
We do have a penalty over on the ground, but on that interception, a great heads-up play. He stayed in the end zone looking for a lane to go back, so he caught the ball, ran across the end zone line, because if he gets tackled, there's no lane. Hey, touchback, you get it from the 20, but the play's not going to matter anyway. Pi Cap's going to get another chance with 12 seconds left to score.
And let's see how far this penalty is in flag football.
It looks like it's going to be about 10 yards, and that's huge because now you're only looking, it looks about 14 to 15 yards away from the goal line, and that's huge with 12 seconds left. And Pi Cap has their timeout, so you don't have to try to go to the outside of the end zone, of the sidelines. You can go to the middle of the field, and you can move it a little bit and make it manageable with a last-second chance for a touchdown.
An automatic first down. The wind is picking up. Connell drops back to pass, immediately gets the ball out of his hands, finds Gill there on the sideline, tackled by Wheatley at around the 26-yard line with 5 seconds left to go.
And Halpian right there getting it. So you saw it come out quick. 12 seconds left. There's 5 seconds left on the game clock up top. But you got it out quick and they immediately called a timeout. That's what you needed to do, and you're able to do that when you keep your timeouts. Great coaching by this Pi Cap squad.
It looks like they have about 4 yards to go in the end zone. You could probably run a quick hitter as they added 2 seconds left on the game clock. Yes. 7 seconds with a timeout in your back pocket.
Absolutely. I would try, honestly, right here. Those flags are a lot harder to pull. I've been in this flag football game myself. Not in Jordan-Hare, but I've been in one. They're hard to pull, so if you take a QB snap, run it up, drop down. If you get in the end zone unscathed, it's perfect. But you have a timeout to stop it. The clock.
Connell drops back to pass, quickly gets the ball out of his hands, and intercepted by Wheatley. A missed opportunity for Pi Cap, and what a save by the Fiji junior corner. Fiji will get out of this half alive, and it's a low-scoring half, 6-0, 3 seconds left to go. What a change of events right there.
Absolutely, and you see that's the risk of throwing it. When you're so close to the goal line, you got nowhere to really go. But what a great read on the outright right there by Fiji. A crucial part of this game. Going into halftime, you got a chance to get some free points on the board. You got to take them. I still would have went with that QB draw. Put a little Robbie Ashford. Go up the middle. Be hard to tackle. Get in there unscathed. If they pull your flag, you got the timeout. Use it. You can't take them in the next half.
It was a little Russell Wilson Super Bowl-esque right there.
Absolutely. Marshawn Lynch would have told you to hand the ball off.
As Pate throws the ball into the ground.
And that's a good call when you're backed up to the goal line like this. They're standing on the one, I believe it's on the 1 yard line. One of the cones is flown away, so I don't know if they're on the 1 or the 2. They're on the 2 yard line from goal to go. So you can't take a kneel because then you have a safety. So he's spiking the ball straight into the ground. It's a good call. You're not leaving it in the air for the chance for Pi Cap to get an interception. But they kneel it a yard in front.
Right on cue as Owen clocks it, but there's a flag on the play.
And I believe that is because you can't line up under center in flag football. I think you have to be a couple yards back. And I don't know if this is going to result in a safety or not, or if it's going to be half the distance to the goal line, and it looks like it's going to be half the distance to the goal line. You have to throw the ball. You can't line up under center. You have to be a couple yards back. You got to take it from shotgun.
There's 000s on the clock. It appears there'll be an untimed down for this Fiji bunch. Why not take a shot?
Yeah, you could take a shot. All you got to do is just drop back and throw it out.
And another whistle before the play.
And I believe the ref never called it in, never said, let's go. They weren't ready. You got to make sure these refs are ready. They're taking time out of their school week to be out here to referee this game. And if you want this to be you, you can get paid to be in Jordan-Hare right now. Reach out to the rec and become a ref.
Owen gets the ball quickly out of his hands, finds Gupe, laterals it to Wheatley, or excuse me, Huffman. He was... And the line judge will call him down at the 26-yard line as there's 000s on the clock. and we will go to the half with Fiji up 6-0 on Pi Kappa Phi here in the large Fraternity Championship, chasing the coveted Navy t-shirt at the one and only Jordan-Hare Stadium. When we come back in half for you, I'm Trey Atkins, joined alongside Riley Kelton. Thank you guys for listening. Yep. And welcome back to Jordan-Hare Stadium for the large fraternity men's championship between Phi Gamma Delta and Pi Kappa Phi. Some breaking news out of halftime for those at home who missed it. My little brother just hit a 30-yard field goal with absolute ease. So props to the Atkins family for making an impact on this game.
I mean, he's on the field, you're up in the booth. I mean, the Atkins family is present in this Fiji Pi Cap game, championship game in Jordan-Hare. And now your little brother can say, hey, I kicked a field goal in Jordan-Hare. What a moment for him. And he kicked it with absolute ease. By far one of the best kicks in here, maybe behind the kick 6. Even though that one didn't go to the uprights. But, you know, you get what I'm saying.
As we start the second half, Fiji will have the ball at the 15-yard line with Owen back at the helm. 20 minutes on the line for the rest of their lives for a Navy t-shirt inside Jordan-Hare Stadium.
And nothing more coveted than that Navy t-shirt right now to these fraternity brothers are looking to clinch it and take it away.
As Owen finds Wheatley right across the middle, tackled at the 25-yard line. Great first play out of the half for this Fiji bunch.
Absolutely. A 10-yard gain. You get the offense going, get the wheels back to churning, and 10 yards, 10 yards, 10 yards. The next thing you know, you're going to find yourself in the end zone, and you're going to put a 2-possession gain on top of Pi Cap, who struggle to push the ball down the field. So that 2-possession lead is huge.
First down at the 27-yard line.
And I can tell you the wind is blowing right now. Look for some short passes from Fiji. It's going to be hard to chuck it in the wind.
As Owen is pressured, scrambles to his right, looks up, throws back across his shoulder, intended for Wheatley. Nothing there, second down.
Yeah, Wheatley waving his hand, trying to get it to him, but that's a hard throw to throw across your body. Nothing you can do, but the good thing is you threw it in the dirt. It's not an interception.
Once again, White Lightning, Pate Owen, former Homewood quarterback and 2-time basketball champion, under center for this Fiji squad.
And you want a champion, accomplished guy at the helm if you're Fiji.
As Owen quickly gets the ball out of his hands, again intended, or this time it was Huffman, as Huffman collides with the Mike linebacker for Pi Kappa Phi. No flag, second down at the 1840 mark.
Yeah, and Huffman down on the ground looking for the flag. Took a little shoulder at the end, but he ran right to him. And it's 1 yard past the line of scrimmage. Let the guys play. Let the kids play.
Third down for Fiji. As Owen drops back to pass, gets happy feet, looks for a screen, throws off his back foot, finds Huffman as Huffman eludes the corner. But his flag doesn't, and he's tackled. First down, Phi Gamma Delta, as the chains will move.
And the Pi Cat fans over here a little upset, and I'm going to agree with them on this one. It looked like a little bit of a false start on this right side. The receivers moved a little early, but no flags called. You play on, you get the first down. Everyone in the section was looking for the flag, but none called. But you got to give some slack to these refs. They're working on their craft. They're going to be in the league one day, and if you want to be in the league too, talk to the rec today.
Owen pump fakes, scrambles up. Now there goes White Lightning. As White Lightning makes it to the 50-yard line, it's tackled by the free safety for Pi Kappa Phi. I believe that was Gill on the play. Second down.
Yeah, and we saw that right there, the pump fake, and you see some green grass. You always follow, and you always go forward, and that was a big part of it right there. Going forward where the green grass was, cut it left, and get those yardage back. And now you got second and about 10 right now, second and 11.
Second and 11 here at the 17-10 mark in the second half. Fiji still on top 6-0 as Owen drops back to pass. Finds Goupay on the right side, tackled at the 44-yard line. Close to the chains. Let's see what the official says here.
We have two different markings from the officials. We got one saying it's about 3 yards away from first down. One saying on the other side it was about 1 away from the third down, from the first down marker, and it looks like it's going to be a 3rd and 4. But Fiji hitting these hitch routes, look for the stop routes, the short yardage to get this first down, and maybe even a QB run from White Lightning.
As the wind is really picked up here in the second half, 3rd and short. Keep an eye out for glue guy Mello Copeland there, number 2, as he slips out. Owen finds him there on the left side, jukes his defender, tackled by Bennett Blankenship, and there's a flag on the play. And Fiji will move the chains once again at the 16-15 mark here in the second half.
And it looks like the flag's going to be on Pi Cap. It looked on that far left side that the Pi Cap cornerback knocked down the Fiji receiver. I can't get any numbers on him. but they knocked him down on the far side, and you can't do that in flag football. That's why we got flags. It's not a tackle, just a little less contact than what you normally see here in Jordan-Hare.
First down from what appears to be the 33-yard line, about 12 to 13 yards till pay dirt. Owen will drop back to pass. Steps up in the pocket, looks to scramble, goes back to his right, stays behind the line of scrimmage, throws it, nothing there, a little late, intended for Jake Huffman on the play. Second down.
And the Pi-Cap fans trying to get that flag. It was really close. It was second to second play, millisecond separating from the sack and the throw, but he gets the ball away. The refs didn't call it, and it's going to go down as an incompletion.
Approaching the 15-minute mark here in the second half, a low-scoring battle here at Jordan-Hare Stadium. This Fiji squad has thrived in these low-scoring games. They defeated Farmhouse 6-0 in the semifinals.
Yeah, and Farmhouse, a #1 seed, they can play up to that level, and they're doing it right here in Jordan-Hare.
Owen drops back, finds Goupay as Goupay looks to find the pylon. And touchdown, Matthew Goupay once again. What a great day to have number 7 on fantasy as a touchdown for Fiji makes it 12-0 at the 14:40 mark here in the second half.
Well, I'll tell you what, Goupay has brought me back in my fantasy football league. Had him down as my flex. He's brought me back on this Monday night. And what a play. His second one of the day. And now you have a chance to make it. I think, no, it's going to only just be 2 possessions. I don't know where my math was going, but it looks like they're going to go for 2 points here.
Is Owen, number 18, reminiscent of the sheriff, calling the shots out there. Owen drops back to pass. Quickly looking for Goupay there in the far corner and gets the conversion. Or that was Beams. Correction, that was Will Beams on the reception, former Opelika High School wide receiver, and it is 14-0 Fiji at the 13:45 mark in the second half.
Well, I don't know if I would consider him a former wide receiver because that toe tap right there was wonderful. And now you complete it. Now you win Pi-Cap. They're going to have to push the field as this clock is still running at 13:30 right now. By the time they get their next snap off, it's going to be 13 minutes, probably even. So they got to push the envelope a little bit, and we've seen them struggle to move the ball down the field on this Fiji defense, who's coming off a shutout, and it looks like right now they're headed towards another one and a championship T-shirt.
Make or break time for this Pi-Cap squad. Miller Connell looking to spark a comeback, throws to the right side of the field, complete right there at the first down marker as they will move the chains on the first play.
And that tackle right there, a great tackle. You give up the first down, but nothing hurt there. You stop a tackle, and no one was back there. The free safety had an angle on him way deep, but he wouldn't have got him until probably around the 20. What a great tackle for the Fiji squad.
Connell back in shotgun. First down at the 49. He drops back to pass, looks to his right once again, and almost intercepted by Huffman, but tackled at the first down mark by Wheatley. The chains will move once again for this Pi-Cap crew at the 12:30 mark.
Yeah, Huffman making a nice read on it, just outstretched the fingertips or through his hands. But it was a good read, but it's going to be a Pi-Cap first down no matter what. Great timing from the Connell boys.
As the clock continues to tick, Fiji up 14-0, 12 minutes away from the luxurious Navy T-shirt.
I saw a sneak peek of them from the other games, and they look mighty beautiful this year. I would want one myself.
Connell rolls to his left, finds nothing. Pressured by the Fiji front, and there's Harrison Hall on the sack again. Right around the 47-yard line. Big play there for this Fiji defense.
Yeah, that is a huge play because now you got second down and long. It's second down and 20, and that pass was complete, and it would have probably made it around 2nd and 7 if there was no sack on there, but great hustle from the Fiji D-line.
Or excuse me, that'd be the 41-yard line.
The two cones throw you off a little bit.
I
keep thinking it's the front one, but it's always the back one.
It's Connell, empty backfield this time. Expect some pressure from Fiji. Has time, throws, miscommunication between him and Gill, and it is now 3rd down and long for Pi Cap.
And Gill, that was a big play right there. Gill was wide open, nobody near him, but a little miscommunication. He thought he was going to cut the other way. He sat down in the open area like one should do, but just got to have a better read than that. You can't throw it into the dirt.
Clock continuing to kick as we approach the 10:30 mark in the second half.
Yeah, and Pi Cap, they're going to have to put some air under this football. There's 10 minutes left, and Fiji is going to be able to run the clock if they get the ball down. And you got the wind blowing on your side right now. You need to take a deep shot. We haven't seen one yet.
Little trickery here from Pi Cap as the receiver goes back to throw. Nothing there, and now will utilize his legs. Gets past Reynolds, gets around the 25-yard line, gets past Hall, now makes it down to the 15, and tackled by Buser at the 11-yard line. What a spark of energy for this Pi Cap squad by Taylor Halpernan.
Yeah, Taylor Halpernan, he's been the offensive weapon they look for, and hickory dickory, here comes that Pi Cap trickery. What a play at a big time right now.
1st and goal from the 13-yard line for Pi Cap as we are under 10 minutes left to go here in the large fraternity championship.
And goal to go right here, and you got 1st and 13 right now. That's huge. Instead of it being 1st and 20, but he got those extra yards. Now you got 1st down and 13, which is way more manageable than a 1st and 20.
Connell will roll to his right. Has nothing, but has time. Now he'll use his legs. Pumps, gets around the 6-yard line and is tackled by Wheatley. 2nd down.
Yeah, and he had the receiver on the far right side early on an out route, but he didn't hit it. He continued to roll right, but the corner dropped down on it, and the thing is when you see that as a receiver, you need to drop back instantly. Hit that use your playmaker button like you're in Madden. Send him up, send him far away, because that makes the defender have to choose either you or the receiver. And we saw that he didn't run up in time, and the corner was able to make a play on the QB scramble.
2nd and goal for Connell as he has a receiver in motion. Pi Cap gets to around the 3-yard line, tackled by Huffam. And it will now be 3rd and goal as we are under 9 minutes left to play.
Jake Kramer on the jet pass right there. And now you got 3rd and 4, goal to go. And it's going to be a tough one, but Pi Cap, they've been doing the short game all day, so you think they have a couple plays drawn up for these short yardage situations because that's what they've been going to all day long.
Empty backfield for Connell. And a late flag before the whistle and a false start once again on this Pi Cap squad. I believe that's the 3rd of the day. A crucial penalty that will push them back to the 9-yard line. It will be now 3rd and goal.
Yeah, big for the Pi Cap squad who's been struggling to throw the ball for a lot of yardage. Even though it is 3rd and 9, you would rather be 3rd and 4, especially when you're doing little jet passes and out routes. Because now if you hit the out route and you get 4 yards, well, now you're 4th down. You don't give yourself another opportunity. But look for Halpian down here again. He's by himself on the island. They threw it up to him one last play, and he made a great one-handed catch.
Connell rolls to his right, goes short, just shy of the goal line. Great effort there to dive for the end zone, but it will be 4th and very short, about 2 to go, as we are going to hit the 7:30 mark before the snap. Might be the play of the game here, partner.
This is, I would call it the play of the game with the running clock. If they don't get this one, it's going to be very tough to come back on the Fiji squad. But that comes back down to that false start, because if you hit that play that they just hit, you're in the end zone. That's a touchdown. The clock is, it's on your side now, but now you got 4th and 2, game on the line. Let's see what they can do.
Connell, empty backfield, pressured by Buser as he gets to his left and scrambles into the end zone on the left side. The lefty Euro steps past Buser and gets in for a touchdown, making it an 8-point game at the 7-minute mark.
Yeah, and Buser missing the flagpole there. He was on his tail the whole time, just couldn't get the flag. And now it looks like Pi Cap's going to go for 1, and that's what I would do if I was in their situation. Go for 1, give yourself a chance to get a touchdown and 1 again instead. And if you miss it, then you can go for 2 after.
Quickly back to the line for Pi Cap as Connell has another empty backfield. Slant across the middle. Another great play by Wheatley to deflect it there, and it will be 14-6 with Fiji having a chance to close this one out.
Yeah, Fiji, they're going to need to slow play this one. Take advantage of that running clock right now. And the best thing is Pi Cap, they have to get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. And I don't know if I've seen them throw a ball in the air for over 10 yards, which is huge because that 2-point conversion comes from the 10-yard line in flag football. So Fiji, if you're kind of sitting I wouldn't say comfortable, but you're in a good position to take home that coveted Navy t-shirt, but you need to take advantage of running the clock right now.
First down, Fiji at the 15-yard line with a chance to ice this one.
And what I've always found interesting about flag football is when you start with the ball, you're on the 15, and the first down marker is only 5 yards away from you. So if you're Fiji right now, maybe you run a little short one. If you don't get the first down, nothing hurt, because then the second is short, and then it gives you an extra down to run even more time off. So I wouldn't go for a big hitter. I would say really, really short, and they do.
Good call, partners. Owen hits Huffam, slips around the 16-yard line as the clock continues to tick. Second down with 5:30 left to go.
Yeah, and if they keep staying short, so now nothing hurt. If this was maybe 1st and 20 like it is normally, you would be struggling right now. You're like, okay, now it's 2nd and long, really far to go. We pretty much got nothing. But since you start at 1st and 5, now you only got 4 yards to go, and it's still 2nd down. You're not hurting anything, but you're chewing that clock.
Owen drops back to pass. Looking for his main target, Wheatley. Finds him over there on the far sideline as Wheatley gets his flag pulled just shy of getting to the sideline. And he will be marked down at the 26-yard line, and the chains will move for Fiji.
And which is huge now, because now you got that first down now. Now you got to move a little bit. He got some extra yardage, which is huge. You got about 6 extra yards, 7 extra yards on that one. So now you're starting with 1st and about 13 to go, which once again is better than 1st and 20 if you ran short again. I think it was a great call for a little medium route.
And it's make or break time as you see some tired legs on both sides.
And shout out to our trainers. I saw them stretching out a Pi Cap player. They're still talking to him, taking care of him. Shout out to the trainers and shout out to the campus rec here today.
Owen drops back to pass. Quick trigger over to Gupe. Gupe gets past one man, trying to get to the 35 and gets tackled at the 35. Making it 2nd down. Let's see here.
It looks like they're marking him about the 5. So 2nd and 5 is what I believe it's about to be. And Gupe is going to be the guy they keep going to. He's made the big catches. He's making the crucial catches right now. I would take that safety down and maybe look to double him, or you need a blitz. You need a big play here if you're Fiji. You can't sit back and play soft coverage because they're just going to continue to march down the field. You need to play a little. You need to play a little press.
2nd and 5 from the 35. 3:30 left to go. Owen drops back to pass. Scrambles to his left. Finds nothing. Off his back foot and hits Copeland across the middle. Despite his tired legs, Graham Copeland, the reception, still has his flag on. Michael Dyer-esque as Graham Copeland continues to trot down the field. And let's see the whistle here.
I think the ref blew the whistle early because if you look right now, his belt is partially off, so I believe it was almost simultaneous as what they would consider a flag pull when you rip the belt off, because now you have no force bearing against you. It's hard to pull the flag at that point, so you got the belt partially off. But that actually, I believe, is going to be a big play for Fiji, that he didn't get the first down right there. Now you have that extra down once again, and you're 2 yards away from getting a first down. You can also go for it here since you're midfield. You're going to be able to run this play, keep the clock rolling, and probably get a first down.
2:45 left to go for a Navy t-shirt. 3rd and very short here. Owen will drop back to pass. Scrambles to his right. Goes right across the middle. Finds Huffam. And it will be a huge first down for Fiji.
And a Pi Cap right there. They're only rushing 2. You need to press up right now. You need to send 3. You can't have a safety back deep. I know if you get beat over the deep, the game's over. But if you let them go underneath, they're going to keep running the clock on you, and the game's going to be over either way. So you need to trust your guys. You need to bring those 2 safeties back up right now.
No rush here for this Fiji squad as we approach the 2-minute warning.
And the corners are pressing, but you need to bring those safeties up and have them act as linebackers, cover those slot receivers, and bring an extra man.
Owen scrambles to his left. Throws off his back foot, and an interception across the middle. An uncharacteristic mistake for Owen, and a crucial one, as now Pi Cap peeks back through that closed door that Fiji had with a chance to tie this one with 1:30 to go.
Well, I'll tell you what, partner. I definitely thought Fiji had this one in the bag, and he had the out route of the center going left, and he could have hit it. He tried to throw across his body the other way, and it gave time for those safeties to react back down as they picked up those coverage. Even though I wouldn't have personally had the safeties back there, they played their part, and they made a big play. So what do I know? That's why I'm up here. The coaches are down there coaching.
And a timeout for Pi Cap at the 1:14 mark. Probably talk this one over. Was that the 4th interception of the game today?
I believe that is the 4th one. A lot of uncharacteristic throws, but hey, you got to see who's the diamonds. Diamonds don't cut under pressure, baby. Come on.
19 yards to go with the opportunity to tie this one. A lot of veterans on this Fiji defense who have experienced the defeats of the past 2 years. Buser, Cushman, Watley, Mr. Hustle.
Yeah, and you're going to look. We got Josh Gill on the other side of Pi Cap. He's going to look to try to wheel his team to victory right now and try to get his revenge game. He's on the far right side. Look for him to get the ball, but also we need to look for number 7, Taylor Halpieren. This is his first year in the squad. That was his notes. This is his first year.
Scrambles to his right. Quickly finds, and just a little outside, went with one hand there, and it'll be 2nd down, still at the 19-yard line.
He was looking for Josh Gill right there, the guy who's looking for his revenge game in the big moment right now. And we have reached the 1-minute mark in this one, so the clock is stopped. Did you get out of bounds? The clock is stopped. Incompletions, the clock is now stopped, but it keeps running like normal football if you are inside the lines. But the big part of the return was it was inside the 20. They're at the 19-yard line. So right now it is 2nd and goal from the 19, which is huge for this Pi Cap squad who's not been able to push the ball down the field. Their biggest play was off a busted trickery, and it was a scramble for about 30 yards on a long one. So they're going to have to push the envelope here and look for Halpian deep left corner.
Ball lofted towards the pylon, and a one-handed attempt is no good. Jack Vesey on the coverage, and it will now be 3rd down with 56 seconds left to go.
Well, they looked Halpian's way in that back left corner, and he almost got it. He had the one hand on it. That's a tough ball to catch, but a great effort. But if you want to have that ball a little shorter, the wind may be pushing it a little bit, so the wind's blowing that way, so maybe a little farther than he thought it would be. But you need a chunk play here, if anything. You need a chunk play or the end zone. I would say at this point, you need to just take the short yardage you can get and go for 4th and manageable. 4th and 20 for this Pi Cap squad has not been their thing. They're not going to be able to convert this. Going off what we've seen so far today, I think you need a chunk play. You need to get at about 10 yards right now. You don't need to look for the end zone just yet. You got 56 seconds.
Connell, empty backfield. Quickly gets the ball out of his hands, and Gator arms it, and it will now be 4th down and long, as you talked about earlier, with the play of the game, make or break time, 4th and 20 with all on the line.
Yeah, and they tried to get that chunk play. They're calling their final timeout. This is it for them. This is all the marbles. 19 yards to glory and to a coveted blue T-shirt. But don't forget, if they get that touchdown, they got to go for 2 from the 10-yard line. They're going to look to number 7's way, Halpian. They've been doing it every time to that back left corner. Look to him. They'll go maybe right. Maybe they'll do a little trickery. Maybe he'll be a little smoke screen. They'll look his way and throw it the other. But my money is going to be they're going to throw it to 7 and see what he can do.
And partner, you weren't lying. There is some celebrities here. Dylan Cardwell appears to be in the Fiji section, sitting alongside Mr. B-side Jay Teal.
Yeah, Dylan Cardwell, he's been watching this game from up top a little bit. And let's see if he can bring some motivation and some positive vibes to the Fiji side as they look to close it here.
And here we go. Buckle up, everyone. 20 yards for glory. Or now be 25. A little excited there for Pi Cap.
And that is a crucial one. But honestly, at this point for Pi Cap, how their offenses for throwing the deep ball, it's about the same for them. Anything over 10 yards so far has been a struggle. So anything above that, it's kind of in the same ballpark of just chuck it and hopefully someone's down there.
All right, miracle time for Pi Cap. 24 yards.
And miracles happen in Jordan Hare. Don't count them out just yet. They got the lucky pick at the end. I for sure thought Fiji had the game under control and going to stop it. They got the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Miracles happen here in Jordan Hare.
Connell with the empty backfield. as he drops back to throw. Pressured by Hall. He steps up, looks for the end zone, and deflected down. Ball's going everywhere, and it's incomplete. And Fiji looks like they will survive this one. 46 seconds left to go. No flags.
And it looks like Fiji's going to get away with this one. They threw it to 7. That's all you could do at this point. It got to the goal line. You almost got the tip drill on the dive by number 13, Josh Gill, trying to get his revenge game, trying to get past Fiji. Fiji's been his roadblock. They knocked him out in semis this year, and it looks like they're going to knock him off in the championship this year. And it looks like Fiji has a couple of kneel downs away from victory here in Jordan-Hare.
As it appears, victory formation is a full go for the fellas in purple. As Owen will scramble, little pump fake knee, and will get tackled. And it appears they may not have to call another play.
They might have to call just one more, but they should be able to drop it back, kneel it. And that was a great play to scramble, milk a little more. Maybe you don't have to run another one. But I think they might have to call one more. Nope, it's going to be over.
It's over. And the third time's the charm for this Fiji bunch, as Purple Rain will reign all over Jordan-Hare Stadium. Your 2023 large fraternity champions is Phi Gamma Delta. Congratulations to both teams on making it to the championship, and congrats to the fellows in purple on getting the coveted Navy t-shirt.
And Fiji, what a game. What a game it was for number 7 receiving. 2 touchdowns. He brought my fantasy team back. What a game.
And we got almost had a field storm there, but nonetheless, Fiji will take this one home. Fiji's been very dominant in basketball the past few years, but that football championship has been something they've been aspiring to get, but couldn't ever get over the hump of the last game. And in the senior year for a lot of these guys, or 5th year for Graham Copeland, they finally get that title. This one has to feel sweet for the squad.
And absolutely, and with it being the first time in Jordan-Hare, they moved them from the IM fields to Jordan-Hare. What better way? You have a sour taste in your mouth year after year after year if you're Fiji, and you finally get that coveted win under the bright lights. What a magical evening here. As for the brothers
of Phi Gamma Delta.
I wanted you to say it, because those are your boys. Those are your boys.
Hey now. Riley, thank you. Stay tuned, everyone, because we'll have the Men's Independent Championship following this one. Once again, thank you guys for tuning in. For Trey Atkins and Riley Kelton, Fiji comes out on top 14-6, and we also might have a post-game interview. We'll see you guys soon.